and this was never reported before, that he was prepared to testify.
Michael Schurman was born for broadcast news. From his deep vibrato to that unmistakable cadence and pacing, there was no mistaking his unique delivery.
Breaking news at this hour from Egg Harbor Township.
Born an identical twin, Michael and his brother Robert grew up in New York City. Their father at war and mother unable to care for the twins and older brother, the Schurman boys were raised in Catholic orphanages in Brooklyn. But that less than fortunate start in life would not keep him from his dream. After serving in the Army in the 82nd Airborne Division, Michael Schurman would eventually make his way to South Jersey, where he worked for Atlantic City, heading up investigations and inspections. And in the 1970s, Michael embarked on a career in radio news.
Peggy, first of all, I'd like to commend the staff that worked on the election coverage.
It was during that time as news director of WOND Radio in the late 70s and 80s that Michael found himself covering a town awakening to a new era. And with that era came the glitz of the gaming halls and the rise of organized crime. Mike is mentioned in former Atlantic City, Philadelphia mobster Phil Leonetti's biography. It was Michael Schurman who, over the airwaves, coined a nickname for Leonetti. Schurman called him Crazy Phil. Leonetti reportedly hated the name. His fellow mobsters told Phil they'd give anything for that nickname. And so began a period of reporting for Mike that led to in-depth mob stories and even at one point, death threats because of that. From getting the inside scoop on crime to the downfall of an Atlantic City mayor and government corruption, Michael Schurman had a knack for working his sources, digging deep into stories no one else could get. He won numerous awards working for the Philadelphia Inquirer, reporting on everything from crime and corruption to celebrity appearances in Atlantic City. All the while, Mike trained up young journalists just beginning their career. He even made the shift to television news when WOND owner Howard Green purchased NBC 40. Mike was this station's first news director. Later in his career, Schurman won numerous accolades and awards in his position as Director of Highway Traffic Safety for Atlantic County, helping to set breakthrough standards for infant car safety. He and his wife Debbie tirelessly devoted many years to heading up the National Headliner Awards from the Press Club of Atlantic City, recognizing journalistic excellence on a much larger platform, and he returned for a time to anchor the Saturday night news here on NBC 40.
Good Saturday evening, South Jersey. I'm Michael Schurman, and I've got news for you.
It was his lifelong love of journalism, his desire to be the first on a story, and his insistence on getting it right every time. That insistence on integrity and excellence that made Michael Schurman the broadcast newsman he will be remembered as.
This has been Michael Schurman, WOND News, live from election headquarters in Atlantic City.
Michael always had a strong bent for the hard news of the day and probably would have said at his own passing, "You can run with the story, but only after the hard news, only if you have the time." This time, Mike, we've made the time. Mike is survived by his wife Debbie, 3 children, a stepson, and 7 grandchildren. Michael Schurman was 71.